I'm your chef, Aaron Goldstein. Today we're talking about almond milk. So let's get right to it. Very simply, almonds soaked in water overnight, 12, 16 hours. These are probably gone even longer. It's late in the day. So we've soaked them. I'm going to drain them. You can go ahead at home and just rinse these a little further. Okay? And I'm just going to do a batch for you, alright? So there's only so much that can fit in the blender. And you want to go like halfway tops, okay, with the nuts. I would go even a third, alright? So I'm just going to use my hands and get a small batch going in the interest of time. Best quality water. I use a filter at home. You want nice, clean, filtered water. A little bit more than an inch to cover, I would say. Because remember, this is almonds. This is going to kind of get really thick once you start pureeing. Okay? So that's it to that. I'm going to let this go. Remember, with the Vitamix, make sure it's down all the way at the lowest setting to start. Let it go. So just a quick note, you really want to just kind of let this go for a good amount of time to really maximize getting as much out of those almonds as possible by breaking them down considerably, okay? Could definitely go even further, but I want to show you, alright? So now's the process. You don't have to do this, but to be honest, it's a little kind of hard to drink almond milk that hasn't been strained through a fine sieve. This is a chinois that I love. This is an amazing investment in the kitchen. It's super useful in a lot of different ways, and this is one of them, okay? So you're going to get some of this almond milk, and I'll just get some, and I take a ladle. And I find this, and I'll just show you, this way faster, a little more effective than the nut milk bag route. Now what you could do is get as much of the liquid through as you can, and then squeeze the last bit through a tea towel or one of those nut milk bags. But I find that just doing this and going back and forth, and you can see, squeezing as much out of this as possible. And you can do this in batches, of course, right? I have more to go, and I'll just do some and move on to the rest, okay? So the virtues of making your own, you get to control the quality of the almonds that you buy. So I love to buy nuts on nuts.com. They're awesome. I get it in bulk, and it's more affordable that way. And they also, with almonds, they have truly raw, unpasteurized almonds. And you'll find that even in grocery stores, they very often, although they say raw, they've actually been heated and pasteurized potentially. Okay, so if they say unpasteurized, then that hasn't. So when that's the case, you get a super healthful nut bursting with aroma. Okay, so when you smell nut milk made from really raw almonds, my goodness, or any nut for that matter, it's incredible the difference, okay? So now, I'm going to sweeten this a little bit with one of my favorite natural sweeteners, and that's dates, okay? Whole dates. And you don't have to do this, you just leave it unsweetened depending on what you want to use this for. Look how beautiful. And I'm gonna get a few of these in, and I just eyeball it, right? So I'll start with some, I'll puree, I'll taste, and if I like the taste of it, then I'll stop. Now to this, you can season this however you want. You could get some vanilla extract in here, you could get cocoa powder in here, you could put saffron in here if you want to do anything, okay? Whatever flavor profile you want to go for, alright? But we're going to keep it basic and just sweeten it lightly, okay? So again, this could go further, but I just wanted to show you. So what I'll do now is just I love wide mouth ball jars. Get it in. And honestly, getting 3 or 4 of these ball jars and stacking them with this incredibly delicious, nourishing almond milk in the fridge is such a treat. I mean, this stuff is liquid gold, really, okay? Way more affordable, way more nutritious, more delicious than anything you can get in a store, all right? It's also just fun to do this at home, okay? So that is homemade almond milk, okay? And this really applies to nut milks in general. Just depending on the nut, the soaking time might vary. Think sesame seeds, those only need to soak for a couple hours and you can do the same exact thing, okay? Hope you enjoyed. You can find all the info you need on the website. I'll see you soon.